Hey, what's happening, everybody? Happy Friday. Sorry, I'm running a little bit late for today's live. I just had some tech issues, and but I'm here. I'm glad you are here with me. I'm glad you're hanging out. If you are joining, give me a hi, give me a hey. Let me know what's happening. I got some really cool things that we're doing today. Today, we're actually going to be working on building out pre-built AI ad campaigns for you. And so what this means is that by the time that we are done here, you're actually going to have some AI ads that you could be running for your business. And today we're going to take care of all you Fundability partners, so that you guys can have all your ads out here. You can get everything up and going. So that's where we're going to start. Let's get everything up and going here, though. And I'm going to share my screen, and we are going to get rocking and rolling. Okay, here we go. All right, so inside of Profit Lifter, you will find, if you are a Max Plus client or a Boost client, you will find your AI ad platform right down here. A little robot that says AI ads. I'm in the admin view because I'm the admin. That's what I get to do. But today, so what this is going to look like for you is, up at the top, you should see this little button that says Creative Hub. And you can see right here, I've already started building. I've already started building ads for Credit Suite partners because that's what we do. So hey, Brent, hey, Mike, how you guys doing today? Happy Friday. Hope you guys are doing amazing today. So what we're going to be doing here is I'm going to be grabbing some lead magnets. I'm going to be grabbing some of the landing pages that are built out, and we're going to go ahead and set up these ads. Now, the beauty of this is that I'm going to be able to share this with you. So if you want to run these ads and you want to use these after it's done, it will be available in your AI ad platform. Just sitting there, it's ready to go. It'll all be it'll be nice and easy for you. Um, so you can see I sat down and played with this first one for the EIN guide, but we're going to click this, and actually we're not going to click that one apparently. Let's click edit. There we go. There we go. So we're going to hop in here. The other side that I want to do while we're going through this is I want to show you. I just want to show you how the AI ad platform works while we're going through it. It's going to give me a chance to talk with you about some of the different areas, give you some tips while we're in here and we're building all this stuff out. Let me close this, or this is going to, my Slack is going to blow up on me here. All right, so the first thing that we're going to be working on is we're going to be working on an EIN guide. We're going to be working on an EIN guide ad because this is easy. This is a nice, easy one that we want to that's going to work out well. So you can see in here, I've got it going. This is actually not the right place, so we're going to change this up just a smidge. We are going to come down here, and I need to grab this URL right here. Now, the first thing to know when you're running ads inside of your AI ad platform is that this section right up here that says website. This isn't just your website. This is going to be the specific place that they're going to go when they click your ad. So you always want to make sure you have the right one there. Next, from there, instead of having to go in and go, what am I doing, and all that, you just click generate new ad, and you can see it's going to pull the content in right from there. So it says free guide on how building business credit for your EIN. What's the name of it? Is the EIN guide. Yeah, that makes sense. In a few words, describe what it does. Now, the other thing that you could do, you actually don't need to do this, but if you want, this is where you can get more descriptive, because you see you got about 800 characters here that will work. If you don't know what to do, click generate description and it will pull it in down here for you. This is what it will use. So for right now, we're going to click advanced. You can see that you can actually put a discount in here, which is kind of cool, add to your offer. But for right now, we're just going to click generate content. Now, a couple things that I will tell you that we have found since we have launched this. Some of the things that it gives you are ugly. Now, this is just like any other AI that's out there. It's going to do what it's supposed to do, but it's not always the best quality. You still got to watch it. You still got to make sure that it's doing what it needs to do. But you notice over here, it's clicking through images, it's giving us video recommendations, it's writing content, it's putting our call to action down here. That's beautiful. Generating content, getting ad copy for your creatives. If I can blow that up a little bit for you. There you go. Maybe a little bit easier to read on your screen now. Right about there. Finding our audience. Okay. So now that we did that, it's you can see it's scraped and it's given us the ability that we're going to be able to go in here now and just start working through everything. So again, we've got our landing page here. We've got our name. That's awesome. Do you want to include targeting with your template? Yes, I do. Now, one thing that I have seen, the targeting with the AI is not the greatest, but had a long conversation with Jim, who runs Credit Suite ads last night. One thing that they are doing, and this is something that I think is actually a brilliant idea for actual for like the EIN guide, things like that, is that their targeting is basically nothing. Like they are just barely narrowing it down. Is that it's giving Facebook like all this room. And he was baffled by it. He's like, I'm honestly perplexed. I've never actually seen Facebook do this. So it was an interesting conversation on that. But for targeting, what we're going to do is I'm going to come in here. I'm going to select small business owners. I'm just going to select some of these that I think are going to make sense for you guys. So we're going to go entrepreneur, business finance, owner and CEO. Yep. Small business. Yep. Founder, director, CEO, owner, founder, manager, startup company, sole proprietor. And that's enough. I think that's plenty fine there. Do you want to narrow your audience? Now, the next thing you can do is if you want to narrow. Now, one thing one little caveat that I'm going to give you guys here, that I think a lot of times we miss. Hey, Brent, you're over here on YouTube with us too. You're watching me in stereo. I like it. But one thing that you want to be careful of, or one thing that you want to watch in here is, like I said, the AI does a great job on like really streamlining the process, but there is some manual work that you need to do. The beauty of this platform and the reason that I chose to go with this platform is really simple. Even if you don't use all of the AI stuff, instead of having to navigate Facebook and then LinkedIn and then Google and then YouTube and blah, 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 it puts everything into one platform. So all of this stuff that's pulling up here for you, these are all options that are inside of Facebook as well, where this is pulling the list directly from Facebook. It's incredibly well integrated. It works out great. So even if there are things that you don't like, even if there are things that is not 100% great, because it is AI, you still have to manage it. It's not going to do all the work for you. It's going to just drastically decrease the amount of time it's going to take you to actually run the ads. And that's something that's incredibly important for me, because I want this to be something that's streamlined, make it easy for you. But if we want to narrow down, let's say you want to narrow down your interest and you want to go by industry, you can come in here and go, I just want to touch people who are in management or marketing or real estate or whatever. You can see there's just like lists and lists and lists of people here: online computing, email marketing. There's just a massive amount of options that you can choose from to narrow this down. You can also come under behavior and look at like, okay, digital activities, new active business, last 24 months. I think that's great. Like that'll really narrow down the audience. But what I'm going to show you today is I'm going to show you kind of a workaround for narrowing down your audience, and as well, I'm going to show you one of the new snap-ons that we're going to be working on for you guys, because last night sitting down with Jen and talking, we were discussing like what are some of the things that are like kind of critical for running Facebook ads, or just running ads in general. So I'm going to show you what we're gonna do with this. But next under the creatives down here, this is where I'm not madly in love with what the AI comes up with here, because really all it's doing is it's pulling in images from Shutterstock. It's pulling in videos from Shutterstock. So you can see like right here, if we grab some of these, choose how to crop your image. So we'll say this one's 19 by 1 by 19. Looks great. Selected 1 for 1, 119, 19.6. I like that. And so what I'm doing here is I'm double checking the AI's work, because you notice that was a little off center. I like my images center there like that. That looks good. So we're going to grab that one, this one, put it down there, this one, and put him right over here. Save changes. And so you kind of you can kind of see how down here it's excuse me, it's saving the selected images down here. The other thing that you can do is that if you want to go with the video route, same thing, come down here. It's going to give you some videos. These graphic videos like this, these are terrible. I'll warn you up front. These are not working great. They're stock. So these are meant to be edited. So there's some weird things with like background colors, things like that. But the other thing that you can do is you can come in here, and you see watermark won't appear in the final video. So, but you can come down here to this red button. Well, we'll get to that second one. You can come down here and you can go, okay, I want to see somebody at a bank. So let's just type in bank. And now you can start seeing it's going to give you different options for banks. Somebody getting denied, that's always a good one. People flashing money, who doesn't like money? Somebody throwing up their hands, frustrated. But you can see now, you can see what it's doing is it's loading all of these that I selected right down here. But the other side of what I want you to see with this is this. One, you have the ability that you can come in and type in a URL. So let's say let's use this one. This is our kind of demo site for the fundability. So this is going to pull in, this should be pulling in images. And you notice it just scraped the website and just started pulling in images and started pulling things in for us. So that's really handy, really helpful. So you got that option there that you can pull in. You can pull in images from a website. Small curious. Oh, I haven't even seen this one. So we can say reading a guide. Let's say business owner reading a guide. Let's do landscape. Let's click generate. Let's see what the AI gives us for images, if it creates images. This is part of the fun of this is just seeing like sometimes I like to just come in and see what other options it's going to give us, because that's the fun of it. I mean, it's not fun if you're not getting to explore around and see what's actually available. Here we go. Man, that's not really a guide. That's just a full-blown book. But I like it. I'm happy with that. I mean, it's about as AI is going to get. So, but you can see down here now it shows you all the selected images, and you can come in here, delete them, change them, all that fun stuff. But the last one is if you don't like it and you have a graphic designer or you know how to design your own ads, you can come in right in here and do that. So that's what we're going to do here is we are going to create a Facebook ad. We're going to click Facebook ad. And I think a lot of times when we start building, I notice a lot of times when people start building things and they start like worrying about the images, sometimes it gets a little too complex. It's almost like trying too hard. One of the things that I'm always a fan of is simplicity. Simplicity sells. It's a super easy way to like the easier it is for somebody to digest the content that you're putting in front of them, whether it's in an image, whether it's in whatever it is, the more it's actually going to convert. I'm going to grab this one, and you may say, Keith, this doesn't look great. Why are you doing this? Let me show you. because I got design skills, guys. That's what we're doing here. We're going to delete all this, and we're going to upload EIN. I actually kind of like that. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to grab some of the images from this, and we're going to. I like this idea of what they did with these images here, having these on the side. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this right over here. If you're ever in Canva and you want to align things, right click and hit align to page, and it will very quickly and easily do that for you. Delete that extra stuff. Actually, I'm just going to delete these. I like what they did there, but it seems like a lot of work to do that. I'm going to grab a headline here. Let's left align it instead of center align it so it doesn't make our spacing all wonky. And yes, in case you're wondering, wonky is a technical term. It's used in the website design world. It's used in automation. Wonky is a thing. So sorry if you don't like it. It is what it is. Okay. I kind of like that. I don't like the spacing on it. Build business credit. Okay, now next thing I'm going to do is we're going to shrink this up so the spacing looks a little better, easier to read. Yep, I like that. We're going to say how to build business credit. These two, we're going to shrink this down just a touch. And this, we're going to change our colors. We're actually going to just grab the color out of the image. Oh, it's right there. Just going to grab that color. Nope, that's not it. That's a little too yellowy. Let's go orange. There we go. That's what I was looking for. And let's add some context to the top. I actually like the verbiage that's already up here. Easiest guide on how to build business credit. Let's see, this one's 64. Let's see what this one does. It's going to shrink them all. 60. Yep, that shrinks it all, except for those. That's weird. There it goes. That's what I was looking for. With only your EIN. And shrink that down so it's just one line. And we are going to underline that. Get the proven guide. Okay. Next, I want to group these, align to page, middle. Okay. And then what we're going to do, we're going to grab a logo here. I don't see anything good. I don't think I should use the McDonald's logo. I feel like that's going to be a ripoff. But what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to share this this Canva design with you guys as well. That works good enough for now. I'm going to share this Canva design with you. That way you can come in here and you can kind of tweak it and play around with it, add your logos, add your brand colors, all that fun stuff. And we're going to just simplify the heck out of this process for you. So that way, if you want to have, if you want to customize it, tweak it, or if you want to use this outside of AI, you can. Call this EIN guide, AI ads, share, download, no transparent background. There we go. All right, and we're done there. I know it's exciting watching people do graphic design, but I want you guys to see here that running ads doesn't need to be as hard, doesn't need to be super hard. So now we have that one uploaded, so we're going to add that to our list. The other thing that we're going to do is, because since we're here, we are going to add some of these as well. I want to try Square with her. So the reason that I'm doing this is because I want to see how this compares to just having a generic stock image. Now, with this process, the next thing you'll see that you've got the ability that you can come in and the AI is going to write content for you, but you can also write custom content if you want. And the other side is that you can come in here and tweak this all up and do what you want with it. So it gives you the ability to use the AI, to leverage that, to try different things. The reason that I like this, though, is that even if you were going to sit down and write your own custom content, you were going to work on this, what this is going to do is it's going to take these 3 images that we just selected, and then it's going to take all of these texts and it's going to start changing them in and out, meaning that it's going to split test these together and figure out which one is the highest converting, and then it's going to automatically just start showing you that on your home screen. So that way, when you go to home and you're looking at all of your all your ads, so it'll say, hey, this one's the best, and let you choose so that you can do that. Headlines, it's automatically creating headlines for you. Download. Now, the other thing that you could do is you can connect this to a lead form. The reason lead forms convert really well because it doesn't actually take the person off of Facebook. It just basically pops up, pre-fills their information in. The reason I'm not always a huge fan of lead forms, especially like in the business to business space, is because like me, I'm like, my personal Facebook account is not the same as my business email account. And so if I download a guide from somebody and they're using a Facebook form, they're going to get my personal email account, which doesn't get near as much attention as my professional email account. So like like I'm always a fan of trying to drive them to a landing page. But there are a lot of situations where driving them to a lead form makes a lot of sense, especially if you're looking for good, really cheap opt-ins. But from here, you can see you can import it if you've got lead forms that are already available. You can import them. I don't have any connected to this account yet. I will be in the next couple weeks. I will be actually adding these and taking you guys through trainings on how to set up like Google Ad accounts, how to set up all your different types of accounts. But in here, you can we could say EIN guide download, and then from here, you can add a greeting. You can add different stuff in here. The AI does not come in here with the form. This is a manual process if you're gonna put the form in here. But you can ask for email address, name, all that fun stuff. Don't like that quarter. There we go. I always like them putting their name in there first. And then if you have any custom questions, you can come in here and answer this. Now, the reason I like the reason that I like these multiple choice questions is, like, let's say you want to go, how long have you been in business? And let's put in 0 to 1 year, 1 to 2 years, 2 to 5 years, and let's just say over 5 years. Okay. Next, let's do another multiple choice question. So it's going to ask, how long have you been in business? Next, we're going to say, what's your monthly revenue? And we'll put 0 to 10,000. 10,000 to 50,000. Let's do this. Let's do 100,000. Put it in $1 million company. 100,000 to 2 million. 2 million to 5 million, and then we'll put 5 million plus. Privacy policy. This is actually be really good to make sure that you have your privacy policy in here. It should always be your website /privacy-policy. So that's always good. And then just want to make sure that your link's right up there. So like this one would be privacy-policy. If you have custom disclaimers, you'd put it there. Completion, this is what's going to happen like after they complete. So after they complete it, they'll fill that out. Privacy policy, yep, looks great. They'll hit submit. Headline, you're all set. And you can see that there. We'll be in touch soon. Website, call business. So let's send them to the link and hit submit. So now what's going to happen is when they click this, it's going to pop up. It's going to ask them those 2 questions that they can go through, and it's going to work on that side. So from here, we're going to go ahead and save this. Make sure we don't lose our work. Let the robots fight with each other here. Come on. Come on. All right. Well, while it's doing that, what we're going to be doing with this, guys, is that let's see. Yeah, as soon as I say something. But as soon now that we've got this done, we're actually going to be pushing these to all of you Ultimate partners who are Max Plus. So you guys are actually going to get these template AI these AI ad platform or ad campaigns. These are actually ones that I'm going to be working with Alex on building. So he's going to be helping me with the content. We're going to come in here and set it all up and get it going for you. That way, you guys know that it works and it converts. Now, the next thing that I want to show you is this. So now we've built the guide, and then the next thing that we're going to need to look at, and this is a fun automation. This is a snap-on that we're getting ready to create for you guys. But watch this. So we send it to a Facebook form. Now we need to figure out, like, now that we have a Facebook form, how are we going to capture the leads? Like, how are we going to automate this process? So we're going to put this as, we're going to call this one EIN Guide FB Form. And we're going to click Add New Trigger. And this is going to be Facebook lead form submitted. You know, that thing that we just created? That's going to go right there. Filters, select, and it's going to let you choose what form it's going to go in. I haven't launched this, so that form's not live. So that's why that's not showing up. So we're going for right now, we're just going to leave that. Now, what we're going to do here is, so the whole goal of your EIN guides, your 12 lines, anytime you have a lead magnet, anytime you have any sort of guide, these are going to be incredibly high converting for people opting into, for people who are going to be opting into your list. And that means people are going to be downloading. You can have your funnels afterwards that you like, they download their guide and then you take them to a video page, schedule a consultation, or to fill out like a quick application, something like that. But once that data is submitted, the one thing that we want to do is that, again, we want to try to get these leads as cheap as we can. But then from there, we want to be figuring out who the best leads are from there, and start creating audiences. So as we get into retargeting, as we get into bigger campaigns, you start running webinars, things like that, that you can get incredibly targeted with that. So to do that, we're going to create, and this isn't going to work right because we don't have our lead form set up. But I want you to see just kind of the structure of what this looks like. So we're going to say this is going to be the workflow trigger is. That's not going to work. But basically, what once this once this lead form is connected, this workflow trigger will let you dissect it based off the questions they're asking on that Facebook lead form, which is beautiful. Like this will well, let me just show you. I'm just going to grab a couple of these for right now. I'm just going to put this in here just because I want you to visually see. I want you to visually see what this looks like. I'm going to call this qualified audience. Is qualified. I'm going to add a branch. Nope, we're actually not. We don't need to. We don't need to add a branch. We're going to delete that one. We're just going to leave it like that. So now you see is qualified and then none. So none, we're just going to say, we're going to rename this just so we're all on the same page. We're going to say this one's, the none is not qualified. So with that, what we're going to do is we're going to take those questions from the lead form. We're going to put those in here as an if-else scenario. So if they meet the qualifiers, if there's somebody who's qualified for financing, what we're going to do is we're going to add to a custom Facebook audience. Facebook account ID, I'm going to grab mine. Custom audience, I don't have any custom audiences. Again, I haven't started running ads for Profit Lifter yet. That starts in a couple weeks here. So what we're going to be doing though is we're going to be creating a custom audience based off of who is filling out the form and who is actually qualified compared to that form. So we're going to add to custom audience, and this one we are going to. We don't actually need to remove it from a custom audience, but the reason that I'm putting this in here is really just a visual. And the other side of, like, somebody lied on this and then they come back and then they put in that they're not qualified, it'll take them out and it'll just help keep the list a little bit cleaner. This doesn't look like a lot though, but what we just did here is let's say you're spending $20 a day in ads and you're getting people to opt in for $1. So you're getting 20 people a day. So after a month, you've got 600 people who have been loaded in here. Now with that, it's going to be segmenting them based off those questions they're asking. With these custom Facebook audiences, what this is doing is you can create a lookalike audience based off of this, meaning that lookalike audience, what's going to happen with that is it's going to look at all the Facebook data for the people that are in this audience who are a qualified audience for you. So when you run your next ad campaign, it's already got all the targeting information in there based off this custom audience. Super simple way to be able to beef up what you're doing on your ads, be able to really get into targeting, working through all of that. So so as you can see, guys, like I said, these AI ads, super easy. We're going to be when we launch this for you guys. When we launch these for you guys next week, for those of you guys who are on Max Plus, you'll start seeing them show up in your AI ad area. But as we're launching this, guys, we're going to be looking at we're going to be coming in and creating new ones for these every week. On our Tuesday partner meetings, I'm actually going to be working with Alex on these to help me come up with these ad platforms and these ad campaigns so that we can make them work well. Really, just make sure you guys are taken care of. Make sure that you guys have pre-built ads that are there. We're going to get in we're going to get into building them on LinkedIn, on Snapchat. I'm going to show you all these platforms that are in here, what it looks like, and really just start driving ads. And I'm gonna launch ads for us. I'm going to show you how we're doing it, and then I'm going to build ads for you, and I'm going to throw them into your creative hub here. So you guys will all have access to them right here. This is going to be the EIN guide. We're going to start with the first 3 lead magnets we already have built out for the Ultimate Partners. And the trick is, guys, if you're not an Ultimate Partner, if you're VIP, still reach out to us. We've got some cool tools to be able to help you build these guides and like nothing flat. So very helpful tool for you there. So, but that's all I got for you guys today. Hope you guys have an amazing weekend. It is Friday. My daughter has her first. She's marching for her first football game tonight. I've achieved a life goal of being a band dad tonight. So I'm excited. I got some fun things that I'll be working on. But appreciate you guys hanging out with me today. Hope you guys all have an amazing weekend.